Okay, hello people. So it's we again. We back 99% Ghanaian, and it's me, your host Philip Wattenbene, aka Boat Bene, and then with me for today's discussion, my friend.
Yes, Nana Owusu Bafokwashi.
So that's Nana Owusu Bafokwashi. So a quick one for today. We're going to continue from I think the last one we did on social media, its impact on the nation Ghana. So we are going to talk about creatives.
Yeah.
So about people in the creative industry.
The
value. Why are we valued so below average? And then why are we paid below average? So people in the creative industry, talking about artists, graphic designers, photographers, videographers, writers, some journalists. I mean, why is it that people want to hire us, but then they want to pay the barest minimum possible to have us use our creative abilities, our gifts to serve their purposes, and they want to pay us like barest minimum. About that.
Yeah, I think as you said, so creatives. I mean, the work of creatives can't be overemphasized because they are doing so much in the country. Many things are happening in companies based on the works of creatives. That's such as the designers, videographers, whether it's filmmakers, whether it's writers, playwrights, people who are using their creative power to create content. They're all creatives, and I mean, at times, as you just said, it baffles me as well. I think the first thing that I would say why people don't value creatives is because then people don't know first of all the value that they even bring in the first place, and then if they get to know the value that these creatives are bringing, they just have this erroneous feel that if they just studied it off the internet or online and they didn't go to school like I did, or in quotes, when I say school is really in quotes, or maybe didn't pursue it for 6 years or 7 years in this particular institution, they just believe that, well, you're creative, but then you don't have to earn much as I am earning. I mean, that's where it all starts from. People don't just value it, or people just feel as if it's something that they themselves can just learn. So then if you have learned it, big ups, but then we don't think you deserve this much. And it's a big problem because then what the work of creatives, or the work that creatives do, is unique and it's special. It's just like how someone studies to be a medical doctor. You took in the effort to study. Even if somebody has a natural skill, it takes time to perfect that skill of being a great musician, a great artist. It takes time to perfect that skill of painting well, of doing graffiti designs that catch your attention. It takes time of practice. So then, but people do not see all that time. People think, okay, I can do it just like you, so then I don't have to value you this much. And it's a big problem. It's a big problem for creatives. I know people watching us now would have the same grievance if they are into that space of the creative arts, that people find it hard to value them, and it's an ongoing situation. Yeah, it is.
Wow, that's a lot. It's a lot to take in. So I don't know. I'm just wondering. I'm looking at creatives.
Yeah.
Maybe me growing up, I like drawing, painting, and all of that. But at a point when I realized that the drawing and the painting is not going to bring enough money into my pockets that I can really depend on, and then even take care of my family with that. I had to bolt. I had to look for a different way to make money, and then just let my talents just be there, just lock it up somewhere. So I haven't even drawn for a very long time. I've not painted for a very long time. But if artists were to be herald higher, and then they are paid more, more value is given for their work, I think I would have gone for it.
I think what I'm saying, because many kids are discouraged. People watching us now are discouraged because then they knew they could have done something better in the arts, but because of the ongoing, even sometimes parents will discourage you that this is not where to go. They can't see a viable income or stable income what you're doing. So yes, the environment it's a whole growing problem, because then the environment or how people are already treated doesn't give people that passion. But funny enough, there are the few who make it, I mean, still in that same condition. So that even makes you know that, okay, it's not really the craft. It's just, as I said, people are not valuing you well. But if you have the right people who value what you do well, I mean, it's tons of work, because then what people see being done in seconds takes a lot to perfect. What you see people design so quickly, it takes a lot to look at. Or someone just sits down and creates this whole video, edits a video, puts out a video, creates an animation, someone writes a whole script, whole plays. I believe it's worth it. So I mean, people have to understand that it's worth it. And why would you go and pay? I mean, people are paying a lot to watch plays. I mean, there are particular plays in Ghana people pay a lot for.
Sure.
I know we know them, like big plays. It's because then we know the content is good. So it means that it's not. I mean, it's those who would value it. People have to value, and of course, I've been branched to the part of the creators must also value themselves. Because if you don't value yourself, no one is going to value you. You have to value yourself, and that too is a reason to. Because then, if you value and brand yourself, you could even be a painter, but you take your painting job very, very seriously. How you paint, how you look, you want to get a card. Because then, if you are a painter, you feel as if, okay, I'm just painting, so I don't even need to have a business card. You see, already you're not valuing yourself. If you value yourself well, then people look at you twice. Okay, this guy is a different painter. He comes with his whole brand. He's telling me to call him on this number. He's telling me this is my card. It's like you may even laugh, but you're like, no, this guy is different. He has a different approach to his business, and that gives people another sense of saying, okay, come again. I mean, or maybe what I said before. Let me think again. I don't think you're worth this amount. You look different. Your brand, how you're taking your craft seriously, looks like you want to make it. So the value of yourself is important. I know for you and what you do, you've attached like a value to your brand. Same thing with us and other people. And I think there was somebody I know who was into photography, or he has a media company as well. And he also used to tell me the same thing, that he didn't like how people used to look down on his field of work in videos and photography. So he used to tell me that yes, that's why he dresses well. He requires everybody in his team to dress well, because he wants people to not see him and think he's just a photographer passing by, or videographer. He wants people to see him and like, this is a businessman. So I think for branding is actually, and creatives must learn this thing very well. Like, you really have to learn this, creatives. Put value on your craft, put value on what you do, because outside there is so much value. So don't condescend too low. That also kills everything. It kills everything.
Wow. So put more branding into your efforts. Make sure that you are as professional as possible with all the professional traits, call cards, even a website or something to showcase your portfolio. You can invest in a website. If you're an artist, if you are any form of content you are producing, invest in things that will make your brand stand out, so that you can also get the big people coming to you. Okay, now about creatives driving the price of creatives down. Let me put it in a different way. It's like some creatives charge so low that it just brings the whole game down. They charge too low. And now it's like when you are giving your own quotes, you are giving your own charges. People are like, why? Someone said you give me the same value, though I have not tested the person's services yet, for half or a quarter of what you are giving me. And I'm like, so how can we solve that?
How can we solve it? I've gone through that problem before. I mean, the solution, I think we can try, but yes, when you think that this is your value, and you go somewhere to a client and they feel as if, okay, the person who came before you took this X amount of money, so you want YZ. It looks like, I mean, they don't get it, and the strength of explanation is so not easy. Even they don't even get that you are doing them an honor, because you've still not even gone to the real figure, but just to go above what they've heard before, you try and. But so I think, we must come together. I think it's all about coming together. I mean, we spoke about this earlier on, some time ago, on coming together as creatives, whether it's forming this kind of union or association. If it's there, it's not really active. So that we need to come together so that we as you said, we drive the markets. People know that, okay, if you want a videographer, this is what you should be looking at. But if let's say one videographer is charging X and one is charging A, it puts confusion, which I understand to the clients that why the difference. But as clients, what you must know is that quality, if you want quality, it comes with investment. Like you put in a lot of investment to get the best. Okay. So as a client, put that in mind. So if you should actually be worried when you think you're getting something so quick, it should actually bother you a bit, because you know that no, this is too good to just happen this way. Or you should think twice that it may not be done too well. And many people suffer from that. They pay any amount, then they have issues, then they call somebody else. And you're like, yes, you have issues because of course, I'm sure you're not even paying the person properly. Or you went for the lowest instead of the best. Sure. So if you want the best, of course, if you want the best videographer in the world, you can't expect him to take you the same amount as somebody who just began. It's different, because then the person has an amount of experience that someone who just began won't have. So I think yes, coming together as creatives, forming that, having one voice would help us a lot, so that we have this normalized figures, because then we people know for other jobs that okay, you can't pay this person such an amount. I'm sure it's because of, I don't know how it happens, but I'm sure it's because of just how industry trends. So they don't okay, this is the best value for this, the best value for this. So we must have a way of coming together.
So there are no standards. So we have to set the standards for payment. So this is an announcement. This is something that myself and a number of people are working on.
Okay.
We want to form an association.
Okay.
Find a way to legalize our activities.
Okay.
And then, if possible, give a certain form of certification
to
creatives. So that if you have this certification, to be from our organization or something like that, no employee can pay you less than a certain amount, because then by law we have set the standards for payments. Because the standard for payments, I mean, it's not, there's no standards for payments now. Let me say it that way. So we want to set a standard.
Idea. Yeah, that's a good
So
thing.
we are setting up, an organization like that. So I think it's going to start as a website or something. So just watch out. Just watch out.
Yeah.
You
so
announce
people can
it when
just
it
sign
starts.
up or
so
register.
You just sign up, you register, and then we will do a lot of free programs, some paid programs, but a lot of free programs, free training, so that the designers out there, creatives out there who don't really have the skill, they don't have the skill to a certain amount. That would make them, produce exceptional results for the clients. We can solve that. So now you're having everybody who has a certification, each person has the skills needed to, give you the best quality. So for that one, you know that you should pay the person that amount. So we are going to work on that. So if anybody out there in Ghana or wherever who hears it and the person is interested, you can contact us and then we can work on it.
That's
good. An association for creatives.
Okay.
Association for creatives. So I think any last words?
Okay.
Today, we don't want it very long.
Yes. So I think for me, my tip for creatives is to put value on themselves, learn.
Sure.
You have to learn your craft well, understand your craft well. You have to go online, taking courses. There are a lot of online courses that are free, some are paid, many are even free. Take them, put value on yourself, because the more value you attach to yourself, if you enter an office and say, I've taken these 3 courses, 2 certifications, you can, even when you're trying to bargain your price, it makes sense, because okay, I have a wealth of experience. Build your portfolio, make people know that you have this wealth of experience over the years. These are all your clients, these are all your works. So I also want to put that challenge to creators to also put value on themselves. And I think when we start like this and we join in on the association or what is formed, we can have one voice, because we know the standard we've created as creatives. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so we need one voice.
Yes.
So that we can push for our own needs. We can push for, the things that are about us. So that's it from us at 99% Ghanaian. Wow. It's been a blast.
Great. Yes.
Having you watching us fume and then preach or rant about the things that is bothering us and then the creative industry as a whole. So it's been me, Philip Boatin Bene, both Bene.
And Nana Owusu, Bafo Kwachi, yes.
All right, so people watch out. Something is coming. Bibiba. So Bye from 99% Ghanaian. Catch the next episode. Thank you so much. God bless you for watching. Okay, thank you.